everybody. Welcome back to EdWise Education, Literacy, and Life. I am Dr. Kay Childs. It's good to be back with you all another week. I am going to be sharing a shorter video with you this week, and here it goes. First thing I'm going to share is my 2-cent Tuesday. It is Thursday when I'm recording this video, but it's okay. The 2-cent Tuesday video that I had for this, the 2-cent Tuesday tip that I had for this week, it has to do with summer. And I know most of you are either out of school already or you are about to say your final goodbyes, whether they be happy or whether they be sad. The school year is almost out and school's out for summer almost for all of you. As I said in my post, I believe, I've had school years where it was all tears for me, and then I've had school years where it was, I'm so proud of you guys, you made it through, we made it through. I've done cartwheels and I've done victory dances. I know what the end of the school year feels like. So since we're heading into summer, I still want to stay in touch with everyone and still want to do vlogs. So I decided to focus my vlogs during the summer on what you can do to prepare as an educator for the next school year, as well as some things that you can be doing to relax, but just kind of how I go about my summers. Some of you, the real MVPs, shout out Miss Gray. There's many of you others, but Miss Gray, who I used to work with, I already knew she was going to be doing summer school, and I was correct. But anyways, I wasn't a person that did summer school. Those of you who did summer school, as I said, you were the real MVPs. But for those of us who aren't in summer school, who are taking a break to refresh, reflect on everything, these tips are going to be for you. Those of you, once you're finished with summer school, watch this vlog again, or watch this vlog and see what you need to be doing for your shorter summer break. So here we go. 2 cents. Sorry about that. So here we go for my 2 cents. My 2 cents this week, it says classroom preparation for the next school year begins in the summer for you as an educator and for your students. So what I mean by that is a lot of people think that we just show up and we show up on the first day and that's about it. We show up for our in-services and that's it. But as all of us educators know, if you've been in this for a minute, there's so much prep and so many different things that we do throughout the summer to get ready for a new group of students. As well as we should be preparing our students for what they need to be doing for the summer to get ready for their next adventure, whether it be if you're looping with them or whether it be if they're moving on to someone else. So today I'm going to focus on 2 things. Summer slide, based off of my experience with reading, and then I'm going to share with you just a couple things that I'm going to be working on in relation to this topic. So first thing, summer slide. I think I took part in a Twitter chat not too long ago, and I talked about how summer slide, sometimes we make a big deal about the summer slide. If you don't know what the summer slide is, it's where we feel like our students have forgotten everything when they come back to us in August. That's not the end of the world. Just think about it if you were in student shoes. They can't hold on and remember everything, but there are some things that we can do and we can have them do to get ready for that next school year and to not just be so lost when they come in and so out of it. So I feel that it does exist. However, we don't have to make it such a negative or horrible thing. It's expected. Even if the students are at home practicing every day, there still may be some areas where they may have gaps in over the summer. All right, so what I would recommend for students for the summer slide, one tip that I always recommend is, and this is in, I don't hate plugging it, but my book, Teaching Students to Love Literacy. It's actually 29 Days to Love Literacy. I recommend that a lot of times parents, we tell them, take them to the library, have them read. We need to be more specific in what we are sharing with our parents and sharing with our students. Give them specific directions. Give them certain goals. Talk to the next year teachers and find out their expectations for their students. If that's not possible, you still can give them a general idea of where they might need to be. Not necessarily in August, but where they might need to be towards the middle of the year. So giving them a goal to strive for. When you say go to the library, what are they going to do in the library? One thing that I say in this book is I talk about how we do a good job of getting students into the library, but we tend to take them to the same places all the time. Take library field trips, take bookstore field trips. Have your child or students look for a certain particular type of book. Have them set some type of goals for reading. I'm coming to you from a reading perspective because I'm a reading and literacy educator, so that's what I'm going to share with you all, those type of tips as it relates to reading. But take field trips. Don't always go to the same library. That allows them a little bit more choice. It also just makes it a little bit more fun to do something and go somewhere a little bit different. And you probably will find different resources. You may find some of the same resources, but you may also find different resources. So that's just a little tip for telling parents as far as what to do in relation to helping them with their reading. As also writing. Writing is key. Have them write something every day. Have your students write something every day. It doesn't have to be something long and drawn out. The parents could have them working on a travel diary if they go somewhere. Have them write down their travels. Have them write down where they want to travel. There's so many things that we could be doing to keep our students excited about literacy during the summer. A lot of times though, we're just so tired, we're ready to just say goodbye, but we could be setting our students up a little bit better to be more successful when they come back. So that is my 2 cents on helping out, making sure our students are successful during the summer. I will also be giving more tips throughout the summer on that. As far as you as an educator, I don't need to tell you, of course, many of us go to trainings and staff developments, PD, professional development, but really think deeply about what you're attending, how it's going to benefit you as an educator. Maybe set some goals for next school year. And one thing that I always did as an educator, this is just one tip I'm going to share. Of course, catch up on your professional reading. Of course, I'm going to plug my 29 Days to Love Literacy book. I am actually coming out with teaching students to love literacy based off of this book, and it is going to be a webinar to where I go into more detail on the 29 Days to Love Literacy book, but it's going to be coming soon. I'm going to be working on that. So look for things like that that are personal to you, because a lot of times the district requirements aren't necessarily personal to you in your classroom situation. Also, I'm going to be reading, I'm not just telling you all to read, but professional development. This particular one I'm reading and looking at now, this is by Dr. Amanda Stewart, and she has this book called Keep It Real, and it is relevant, engaging, and affirming literacy for adolescent English learners. So that's one that I'm looking at. I'm also looking at several. So the things that I'm sharing with you, I've done or I am currently doing. And with that said, I want to actually go into the last thing that I wanted to share with you all. Many of you are traveling. I've gotten jealous because I've seen people going some amazing places and school just ended. Keep your students and your classroom environment in mind. Some of you teachers are traveling to some amazing places, even not so amazing places. It could be little small town USA, but your students might not have been to small town USA. So pick up artifacts from those places, bring those into your classroom, use those as learning opportunities. And here's one of my biggest things that I swear by, I share it everywhere I go, is one of my tips and one of my things as a literacy educator that I use is picking up travel magazines and travel brochures while you are out visiting places this summer. Even if you didn't go to those places, bring that in, bring those experiences to your students. Usually that stuff, those brochures, you go into a hotel lobby. Y'all hotels, don't come after me, but you usually go into those places and those are free. Those are free resources that you can share with your students. Now, be careful. Some places that you go, you of course want to make sure that you look at the content and what's in your travel brochures or your travel magazines, i.e. if you travel to like Las Vegas or New Orleans or places like that, you have to be very careful about some of the content in those things, in the travel brochures and magazines. But those are opportunities, free, different types of print that you can use for many activities, and I will share a little bit more on that in a later vlog this summer. I'll give you more tips on what you could do with those free resources that are just out there at hotels. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up because I said it would be shorter this week. I'm going to give a shout out. Teachers, take care of yourself during the summer. I don't know if you all seen, but I have a new do. I'm going to give a shout out to Celeste at Eclectic Vibes for making me have a different look for the next few weeks or so. I appreciate her. She has been my hairstylist for about 5 years. So she gets a shout out this week. I hope those of you that are about to go on break or going on break, you're relaxing, you're unwinding, and you're also reflecting upon your school year. I just wanted to give her a shout out, and I just want to give you all a shout out and a congrats for making it through the school year. All right, with that said, I'm going to wrap this video up. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And then I also want you to stay tuned because I'm going to be sharing lots of tips for things that you could be doing to prepare yourself and your students for a successful upcoming school year. I know y'all don't want to hear it, but you know summer break goes by really, really fast. All right, I think that's going to be it for the day. I hope you all have learned something, and if you have, leave me a comment. Even if you haven't, leave me some suggestions of things you'd like to hear about or questions you might have about preparing for a school year or being an educator. All right, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you all have a great evening, weekend, night, day, morning, whatever it is that it may be where you are at. I want you to remember to teach, lead, and serve. Have an excellent day, everyone. Bye-bye.